Sethian Gnosticism, a historical and theological overview. The Sethians were a sect of early Gnosticism that centered their beliefs around Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve, whom they regarded as the progenitor of a spiritual lineage distinct from the rest of humanity. This group, which flourished between the 2nd and 4th centuries CE, produced numerous texts reflecting their cosmology, theology, and interpretation of biblical history. Heresiologists such as Irenaeus, Epiphanius of Salamis, and Hippolytus of Rome documented their beliefs, often critically. Yet these records provide valuable insights into Sethian thought. Origins and core beliefs. Sethian Gnosticism emerged within a broader context of Jewish and Christian mystical traditions. Unlike other early Christian groups, the Sethians believed that the material world was created by a lower, ignorant deity rather than the supreme God. This creator, often equated with the Demiurge, was responsible for trapping divine sparks within human bodies. However, Seth's descendants, the seed of Seth, were thought to possess a unique connection to the higher divine realm. The Sethians maintained that a divine being, sometimes called Barbello or the Forethought, emanated from the ultimate, unknowable God. Through a series of emanations, various divine entities emerged, including Christ, who descended into Jesus of Nazareth. In contrast to Orthodox Christian views, Sethians taught that Jesus was an incarnation of Seth, sent to awaken the elect to their true spiritual nature. Cosmology and mythology. Sethian cosmology was deeply complex, often presented in elaborate mythic narratives. According to their teachings, the highest god, the invisible spirit, emanated Barbello, the divine mother, who, in turn, generated various divine attributes and beings. Through a series of further emanations, lesser divine figures emerged, including Sophia, wisdom. Sophia, acting independently, brought forth an ignorant creator god, sometimes identified as Yaldabaoth, who fashioned the material world. This creator, unaware of the higher god, ruled over a hierarchy of lesser archons, rulers, who sought to keep humanity enslaved in material existence. To counteract this oppression, the divine realm sent Seth and later Jesus as emissaries to awaken the spiritual seed within humanity. The role of Seth. Seth was a central figure in Sethian theology. Unlike Cain and Abel, whose lineages were seen as corrupted by the archons, Seth was believed to be divinely appointed to preserve the true knowledge, gnosis. His descendants, the Sethians, were thought to be spiritually superior, capable of escaping the cycle of reincarnation and returning to the divine realm. Some Sethian texts describe Seth as an eternal figure who reappears throughout history, including in the form of Jesus. This perspective led to accusations from early church fathers that the Sethians denied the true humanity of Jesus, aligning them with docetic Christology, which claimed that Christ only appeared to have a physical body. Several significant texts associated with Sethian Gnosticism have been discovered, particularly among the Nag Hammadi Library, a collection of Gnostic writings found in Egypt in 1945. Some of the most important Sethian texts include the Apocryphon of John, a foundational work describing the Sethian cosmology and the fall of Sophia. The Gospel of the Egyptians expounds on the role of Seth and the Sethian race. The Trimorphic Protonoia presents a poetic vision of the divine revelation through different manifestations. The Three Stells of Seth, a mystical hymn attributed to Seth, detailing the ascent of the soul. Sethians and other Gnostic groups. Sethianism shares similarities with other Gnostic traditions, including Valentinianism, yet it remains distinct in its focus on Seth as a salvific figure. While Valentinian Gnosticism integrated more closely with Christian theological concepts, Sethianism retained a more dualistic worldview, emphasizing the opposition between the material and spiritual realms. Sethian beliefs also parallel some Jewish mystical traditions, particularly those concerning Adam's divine image and the pre-existence of certain souls. Some scholars suggest that Sethianism may have originated within heterodox Jewish circles before absorbing Christian elements. Opposition from early church fathers. Christian heresiologists such as Irenaeus, Tertullian, and Epiphanius of Salamis condemned Sethian teachings, branding them as heretical distortions of biblical truth. Epiphanius, in particular, described the Sethians as a secretive sect that ascribed divine status to Seth and believed in a radical dualism between spirit and matter. He accused them of reading apocryphal scriptures and engaging in esoteric rituals meant to invoke divine knowledge. Despite this opposition, Sethian Gnosticism continued to influence later mystical movements, including Manichaeism and medieval esoteric traditions. Decline and legacy. By the 4th and 5th centuries CE, Sethian Gnosticism had largely disappeared, likely due to suppression by Christian authorities and the rise of a more institutionalized church structure. However, its ideas persisted in various mystical and esoteric traditions, resurfacing in later Gnostic revivals and contemporary spiritual movements. The discovery of Sethian texts at Nag Hammadi has provided modern scholars with a more nuanced understanding of their beliefs, revealing a complex theological system that sought to answer profound questions about the nature of existence, divine revelation, and humanity's ultimate destiny. In conclusion, Sethian Gnosticism represents a unique strand of early Gnostic thought that placed Seth at the center of salvation history. Its rich cosmology, emphasis on hidden knowledge, and vision of divine restoration continue to intrigue scholars and spiritual seekers alike.